Liberalism, a cancer to society, a plague that's even corrupted our very own Muslim youth. I don't believe men and women can be friends. What do you think about that?
Yeah, they can.
Yeah, they can?
Yeah, they can.
That's a hot take.
Yeah, you can be friends without catching feelings.
You could be friends without catching feelings? What kind of world do you live in? May Allah help us. So we hit the streets of New York City to give dawah by asking the age-old question, can men and women just be friends? Do you think there can be an attraction between friends?
No.
Yes.
You think so?
Yeah.
It depends.
You can, but there's always gonna be that little in the back of the head. I want to kiss her.
No, I think.
I would say, yeah, I know.
Street Dawah. You know what it is here with the boys right here, the team, the Zamzam boys over here. Merch out very soon. Pre-order right now. Click the link below. Get that merch right now. We're out over here to ask some really fun questions, inshallah, and to essentially give them dawah. If you like this, you know the vibes. Hit the subscribe button, hit all that stuff, but it don't really matter. We're going to go out over here and give some dawah. Let's go right now. Do you believe that boys and girls can just be friends without like catching feelings or anything like that?
No.
I do, genuinely.
Truthfully, it depends.
Yes, I believe that.
Yeah.
Think so?
Yeah.
You can, but there's always gonna be that little in the back of the head. I want to kiss her.
No, I think.
He spoke. Respect. Respect.
If you were attracted to the person, there's no way you could just look at him and be like, "Oh, we're friends." And
Yeah.
My wife, she's not gonna, nah, I don't think.
Wife's not with it?
Nah, my wife's not.
Why not?
Because she's gonna think like, you know, if you're, I mean, you could be friends, I guess. I have friends that is girls, but my wife is friends with them as well, you know?
Got you.
You know what I
It's
mean?
a double-sided, right? You can't just be friends on the low by yourself.
Nah,
You
but
gotta have her in on the
she
trouble,
knows
too.
you good, man.
What about you? Yeah. Think so? Friends without catching feelings or anything?
No, yeah, I guess, yes.
You think so?
Yeah.
It depends. A lot gotta come with. Yeah, it depends.
You went from yeah to it depends. What do you think it depends on? What do you think?
It depends on the history or like you know what I'm saying. Like if they ain't got no history, like y'all friends.
So what? Oh, right. Why are you friends? Right? What for?
First shit.
Right?
And niggas is disrespectful. They don't respect relationships.
Listen, and things could lead to other things.
Exactly.
You know they can.
Exactly.
Hey, okay. This guy knows a lot of stuff over here.
It depends on the attraction.
So do you think there can be an attraction between friends?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think?
I would say, yeah, I know.
I don't know, man. If it's if a female and a male by themselves or without their mate knowing, I don't know. It could lead to something. You know what I mean?
Could.
It could lead.
It's not necessarily it will, but it could.
It could. It could.
And the fact that it could makes it dangerous.
Yes.
Do Syrian lives matter?
Yeah.
Do you want to help keep Syrians warm for the winter?
Yes, of course.
Now I'm actually asking you, do you want to help keep Syrians warm this winter? If so, please click the link in the description below and literally donate whatever you can. I've teamed up with Droplets of Mercy this winter to help our Syrian brothers and sisters stay warm for the winter. And if you would like to provide some warmth, it is only $15 for a coat. So please donate a coat or some food or donate whatever you can. But please do not let this moment pass by without you donating something. The Droplets of Mercy team is currently on the ground in Aleppo, providing your generosity that you have donated. So please click the link and donate whatever you can. Let's help save the Ummah together. So you're saying something, right? You said that even you're gonna think about getting a kiss or something. Why do you think that is? Because that's actually true.
Because we human.
Yes.
That's why we all gonna do the wrong
She's
things.
gonna
'cause
think
we,
that or you're gonna think that.
Yeah.
Do you think that's fair?
yeah.
Why did you say true? Like honestly, you feel like they can.
Because I have a guy best friend and we've been friends for more than 10 years.
And you know about that friend.
Facts.
How comfortable would you feel if he just had a female friend?
He has one.
He has one, but with your knowledge.
Yeah.
What about one without your knowledge?
If he got a girl that's a friend and I didn't know, I'm beating her up. That's just me though.
You'd be upset.
Yeah, definitely be up.
Yeah, that's a big problem.
Definitely. Yeah.
Is that okay for him to have one without your knowledge?
Yeah.
Okay, what do you feel about it, friend?
Shit, I'm riding with her.
All right, so listen. So let me ask you: would you be okay if she had a man as a friend that you didn't know about?
Oh, it's beef.
It's beef.
Facts.
What?
You can't listen to this.
Nah.
Why not? That's a double standard. You see the double standard?
Very much.
A little your masculine toxicity is disgusting.
Like I wouldn't be comfortable if she had a male friend and I didn't know about them or they would hang out. Like I wouldn't be comfortable with
You
that.
wouldn't be.
No.
Now, do you think it's okay to be jealous?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's a healthy amount of jealousy.
Yes, sir.
It's important.
Yes, it is.
As a man, you need to make sure that the other person knows that, listen, a healthy form of jealousy shows that you love the person, you care about them. If you didn't care, you wouldn't be jealous enough.
Exactly.
Obviously, there's levels to it, right? Not the crazy level of jealousy, but the level of jealousy that's confident, but shows that I love the person so much that I need to look after her.
Exactly.
Why do you feel like that's a problem if she had someone and she said that she's okay with you, but you're not okay with that?
It depends.
Yeah, why do you think that? You don't look offended to that, which is a good sign. But why are you okay with that standard?
I would say because the male species usually tend to have hidden agendas, especially if they got to attract a female friend. So
Yes. And you know what? You said it, the male species, because man is built a certain way. You understand? Man is a man. It doesn't matter what your race is, whatever. If you're a dude, you're a dude.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they have all these other types of thoughts themselves, but you don't even want to know. Sometimes we think about things you don't want to know. Believe me, they're nasty. They're really nasty.
That's true. Men are
Men. Now look, out of respect.
females too. When you're a good man,
Sure.
and you do what you got to do for your women, you attract certain females.
Yes.
It could be your best friend.
Absolutely.
It could be friend. It don't matter. But that's just what it is.
Now that we understand their perspective, it's time to introduce them to the solution that Islam provides. You know what's interesting, and this is so common, right? So many people fall into this trap that when someone catches a friend, someone messages them on the side and they start hiding it from the other partner. And this is interesting because the Prophet Muhammad said, have you ever heard the name the Prophet Muhammad? You ever heard of Muhammad before?
Yeah.
The Prophet Muhammad? He said that between two people, like a man and a woman, the third person is shaitan.
Yes, sir.
You know
exactly,
that.
Exactly.
So it could
You don't
lead
wanna
to
leave
something.
No room for that. Leave no room.
You understand, right? So if you're with someone and you think it's okay, it maybe starts off and maybe taking a class together or you're at work together and you just exchange information and somehow you start getting a little bit more comfortable with those texts, right? It starts getting a little further. It became professional to now a little bit more comfortable. You get what I'm saying? Because the third party is always the devil.
I mean, not for everybody, because I have a friend that I would never look at that way. I definitely have a best friend. We've been best friends since high school.
Gotcha.
And I would never, I talk to her about other females and everything. I get advice and all that, but
So-
it just depends on what kind of self-control you have.
Gotcha.
Everybody.
Yeah, but you have to remember something. When you maybe mix a little something, you have something, that self-control could go away. True or false? It can. Because these forces are around us so that we can slip. So you can't just sit over here and say that I'm gonna be with the person and not catch feelings. I'm gonna do that. Why? Because the third party is the Satan, is the devil. Because the biggest thing that the shaitan, the devil, loves to do is break couples up.
Right.
He wants to make sure that he's destroying good relationships. That's actually his biggest success. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Now, we want to make sure that we're closing those avenues. So we're having these conversations with people. And that's the thing. What people don't realize is that the reason, it doesn't matter what your religion is, the reason there's stuff that happen between affairs and things like that, off marital type of stuff, affairs, is because the third person is shaitan. And the number one thing shaitan loves to do is to make sure he breaks relationships.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Are you here with your wife or you by yourself?
I'm over here by myself.
Oh, that's dangerous. You see what I'm talking about right now?
My kid and my family. My
Okay,
wife
you
couldn't
saved
make
that. Okay, so she sent the spy, which is the child.
it. Yes.
That's a spy. The children
my
are spies.
mom- and my mom-
Your mom's a spy too. She's a knob.
She is.
Your mom's a knob.
She is.
Listen. I want to leave you guys, but I want to give you guys a gift, if that's okay with you, right? I want to give you guys something. This is a copy of the Qur'an. You ever heard of the Qur'an before? Yeah. You ever heard of the Qur'an before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you know about it?
I don't know much, but I've heard things.
You've heard.
And yeah.
Now, the Quran is the last and final testament. Just like Jesus was a messenger of God, Abraham was a messenger of God, Noah, Moses, all of them were messenger of God. The Prophet Muhammad was also the messenger of God, but he was the last and final messenger of God. This book has never been changed. It's never been altered at all. So the book that you have right here is the same from 1444 years ago till now. Never been changed, never been altered. It has tons of miracles and everything inside it, but the biggest miracle is what it does to your heart, my friend, okay? The Quran is something that's designed to soothe your heart. So if you're ever sad, ever lonely, ever feeling a certain type of way, this book will help you because this book causes you to connect with your creator. You do believe in the creator, yes?
Big facts.
You have to. You have
Let me
to.
ask you a question.
Go ahead.
What chapter should I start with?
Guys, before you leave, please make sure to donate a jacket. It's only $15 if you click the link in the description below. Let's help our Syrian brothers and sisters right now, droplets of mercy, handing out and providing your generosity. So please donate. It's urgent right now. They need coats for the winter. May Allah reward you all. So in my opinion, it depends on a lot of things, right? I like to say that unlike the Bible where someone says, go read Matthew, go read John, I don't like to do that. I like to tell people, listen, start it from wherever you want. You can read it from cover to cover and it will hit different to you. But if you're interested in the chapter called The Woman, you can read that chapter. It's literally where God outlines the rights of a woman, which doesn't exist in any other holy book.
Okay.
Even though you're Muslim, alhamdulillah, it's still an English copy of Qur'an for you to read it, my brother. It's always. Walaikum salam, my bro. Okay, take care, brother Omi. My boys, listen. You have some fun people. You have some fun people. Now I got one final question for you, sir. You ready?
Yeah.
When are you popping the question? Pulled up, gave some street dawah with the Zamzam boys, with the team. This can't happen without you guys and without them as well. Guys, we love you and appreciate you. Make sure you check it out. Also, pre-order the merch. It's ready. Click the link. Click the link. Let's get the merch. You know how. Listen, he's not available on the site. That's special. He's special. Okay, he's not ready for that yet. But the shirt is ready for that. All right, guys. Go in the description right now. Pre-order the shirt. We love you guys. We're out of here.